Ten questions in 10 minutes with Valentina Kordi. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. And you?
I'm fantastic. Are you ready?
Of course.
Excellent. So, when you meet someone new and they ask you, Valentina, what is it that you do? What do you answer?
I help executives, business owners,
Mhm.
and organizations reach the goals that really matter to them, their success, by focusing on those factors that really matter to their success, which are mindset, behaviors, and habits at work.
Wow, that is very clear and specific. Fantastic. And what is your definition of success?
It's having chosen consciously the race I want to run in life and being able to go to bed every night feeling good and happy because I run the race according to my values, and then waking up every morning looking forward to run the next mile.
Wow. Very, very nice. And according to you, how important is an idea in a successful business?
It's important indeed because without an idea you cannot actually start a business. But it's very important to have a specific idea. Most of people have kind of an idea, so it's very important to know exactly what you want to do. And apart from the idea, to have a greater vision and purpose. I mean, okay, you have an idea, but how is going this idea help the world? How is going to make people's lives even better with what you have? And of course, apart from the idea, the most important thing is execution. We all have ideas, but if we don't put them in practice, they are nothing. And as a mindset coach, I would say that mindset is also very important. As Tony Robbins says, 80% of success has to do with mindset.
Wow.
Having the passion, having the tenacity needed, being resourceful, all those things that matter, and being resilient in order to make this idea happen.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what advice would you give to someone that is so passionate, so eager to start their own business idea, but they haven't started yet?
So if they are so eager and passionate, they should take the risk and go for it. Otherwise, excuse me, why bothering having this idea at all if they just keep it in their mind? And also, I guess that when someone has an idea but is hesitant to go for it, this happens because they get stuck with a question which is really demotivating, that has to do with why can't I realize this idea? In my opinion, they should change this question into how can I make this idea happen?
Wow.
And then you start finding all the right answers and the solutions. And for the ones you don't have an answer, there are always people who can help and you can ask them.
Very nice, very nice. And what was the best advice you ever received?
It's to believe in myself a bit more, because I am a person that since a very young age, I had to get for myself everything I wanted. So I got used to taking for granted the soft skills I possessed, like resilience, resourcefulness, commitment to my goals. And I used to feel that my achievements weren't something really important. So a managing director for whom I worked, and also my mentor, one day told me, look, you need to believe in yourself a bit more, because you deserve a lot and you can do many things.
Wow. Wow. Very nice advice. Very nice advice. So, in business, we occasionally make mistakes. What did you learn from your business mistakes?
As I told you in private a few minutes ago, I have a tendency to be very hard on myself and wanting to know everything from the beginning. I told you that when I made the attempt to learn to play tennis, I wanted to enter the court and play straightforward like Serena Williams, which was impossible. So one thing that I learned being an entrepreneur the last 10 years was that the most important thing is not to have all the answers. The most important thing is to have the willingness to learn through the journey.
Wow. Willingness to learn. Fantastic. So, what was, Valentina, your greatest business satisfaction?
My greatest business satisfaction goes many years ago when I have had almost started my own coaching business that I
Mhm.
started running online.
Ah,
And I saw that my business could reach people from other continents as well, like, for example, from the US,
mm,
being based in a small city in Greece. Uh, you see, 10 years ago, no one from my surroundings believed that I could have an international career and that I could get invited from organizations all over the world to deliver speeches and workshops. And for me, this was and still is the biggest business satisfaction.
fantastic. Not easy, for sure. Not easy.
Not easy. Nothing in life comes easy that really is of value.
Correct. So, who is the most enterprising person you know or follow?
I'm going to sound a bit American here, but I really love Oprah, and
Oh,
she's one
really?
of
Wow. Upper.
my favorite
Uh,
role models. And the reason is that she managed to build a business empire,
mm,
starting from poverty and from nothing.
yeah.
But at the same time, she remains authentic and she manages to run successful projects on things that she really feels passionate about.
Yeah.
And this is what I really love about her, and this is what I believe also in. If you don't feel passionate about your ideas, if they are not really interesting for you personally, making
Mm,
something just because it might bring you lots of money
yeah.
is not sustainable, according at least to my opinion.
Fantastic. I love opera too, so I agree. Valentina, a lot of people have to restart from zero. If you were in that position, starting from zero, what would be the first thing you would do?
Mhm. I would sit down, take a deep breath, and I would write down who I want to be
Hmm.
and how I want my life to be from now on. And then I would brainstorm on some ideas, business wise, and I
Mhm.
would see which one of them would make fit with the way I want to live and with the way I want to be. But also, it would be of value for the world, not just for me, because having a bigger purpose that is beyond our ego, it's
Mhm.
so much fulfilling and it brings you so much satisfaction that I think this is something that if someone experiences can understand that it's beyond everything.
So true. So true. Last question. What is the project or idea you're working on right now?
I'm working on my second book. It's been now 2 years since I released my book Success is a Mind Game. And
Right.
now it is time for me to start writing a second book with even more mature experience on how to do that. So I
Hmm.
have started taking the first steps, and I hope really soon I will reach to the outcome.
How long did it take you to write the first book?
we come back to the point of the idea. It took me almost 7 years. I kept procrastinated because I didn't know how to actually organize my thoughts. And then I came to that point 3 years ago, that the pain of not having written that book was bigger than the pain of sitting down and putting everything in place. So within, I think, 8 months, I managed to write the whole book.
Fantastic. I have some suggestions for your second book. Can I give you some titles?
Go on. Yes, please.
Either the shipwreck method or the castaway method. Maybe.
Which is actually the same. Only I couldn't decide which English word was the most proper to describe my method that you are mentioning too.
It's I think the message that you share with your TED Talk about it was so rich of insights. But could you share with me again your method of the shipwreck or castaway method? Could you explain it to me again, please, for me and for the audience?
Well, for me, it's a way of thinking. As I told you earlier, I grew up with limited resources, so I felt like a shipwrecked person all the time. Finding myself on an island and trying to find all those materials that will help me build a boat in order to leave this island. So my way of thinking is start with what you have. Otherwise, you will start on the island. Start with small things, and then you will start building up on that.
That is fantastic. You know, one of the authors and people I like to follow says, start with why. And you say, start with what you have. I think it's just perfect in both ways. Oh, Valentina, I really, I would like to thank you so much for your time. It was, I found you very inspiring. Also, your questions, I mean, your answer to my question. And I must say that one of the best stories I've ever heard was of a girl with the red bicycle that really inspires me. And I invite everyone to see your TED Talk and to follow you on the social medias, especially LinkedIn, where you're very active. And
which is called the vehicle to success. It's not called the girl with the red bicycle, by the way.
Yes, it's my translations. You know, we Italians, we always want to find a different way to do things. But yeah, I will link again the video of the TED Talk. And I really thank you so much for participating in my format. And I look forward to see you again, probably also in person one day in Greece. And I wish you all the best on your projects. And I look forward also to read your second book.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. And I look forward to meet you in person.
Yes. And just before we leave, we have a message from Raffaella that says, start with some small things. I love it. And we love you, Raffaella.
I guess she's Italian from the name.
Yes. So I thank you both for being here. And I thank everyone who will listen and watch this podcast and video later. Valentina, thank you so much and all the best.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Efaristo.